Today's guest coach is Vicki Summers. Vicki Summers is an evolution success coach and a franchise consultant. Known as the closer, Vicki, in her many roles in sales, has consistently exceeded company goals and is recognized in the top 2% of companies' earners, producing $1 million in annual revenue yearly. Vicki decided to marry her expertise in communication with her love of growing people and launch her own business, Insight Vision, a coaching and personal development firm that coaches clients to pursue their personal and professional goals. Today's coaching features Akila Faye, founder and president of Our Efforts United.
I'm Vicki Summers, and I am an evolution success coach. And what that simply means is, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? Everything that you need to be successful, it's in you. And what I help you do is find the answers, whether it's personal money management, whether it's a business, whether it's spiritual growth, career growth, being a single mom, and just how to be organized, time management. That's what I do. And you can reach me at Insight Vision LLC at gmail.com. That's INSIGHT VISION LLC at gmail.com.
Hi, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm so excited to have this opportunity to talk to all of you. My name is Akila Faye McCoy. I'm located in North Carolina, and my business is helping people connect the dots. We just merged with Unified Creativity, and we specialize in education and personal growth. You can always reach out and connect with me at www.akilafaye.com. That's AQUILLAFAYE.com. And so we're helping you connect the dots between where you are now and where you want to be. So how are you, Miss Vicki?
I'm good. Nice to meet you, Akila.
You too. So I'm going to say this. I don't believe in looking at things as a challenge. So I don't actually have a challenge. The reality of the situation is that I've been teaching for about 12, 15 years. And then I recently decided to resign from working for somebody else in order to step into my purpose.
Awesome.
Because I did it throughout community outreach. I did it while teaching. I have a community organization that's been going since 2012, and we do outreach. We're doing our 4th annual backpack drive. I just went to Fertile Ground, like a co-op. So I do a lot of community outreach anyway. And my passion and my gift is being able to help people, help them like to kind of get rid of blockages, is what I call them, that stop them from going where they're trying to get to. And I understand the first 3 years is typically the most challenging years because you're trying to get that stable clientele base. And so that's the stage I'm in, because it's the decision to totally focus 100% of my energy on actually doing public speaking, doing consulting, doing trainings, workshops, and coaching, whether it's one-on-one or in a group session. That's just started literally 2 months ago. Like, that decision was just made. And so at this point, it's just about figuring out a way to expedite generating income to maintain stability for my son and I.
What were you teaching?
I taught mathematics. My background is K through high school. I'm actually certified K through high school. My specialties are mathematics, literacy, and writing.
Okay. So let me ask you this. What does now that you're doing this for yourself, what does your typical day look like? Because I understand you want to expedite. So I want to see what you're doing right now to see what we can do to enhance that.
Okay. I don't have a typical day. So that's why that might be the challenge right there. I don't have a typical day.
And you know what? And that's easy, because I can look at your daily habits and tell you how you're going to progress and how you're going to be successful.
Okay.
So that's where we want to start. And this is the way I see it, is every hour of the day, look at it as it's an hourly wage employee. And what is that employment hour going to be? So from the time you get up in the morning and the time you go to bed, so tell me this. In fact, if you could, get a pen and paper. I want you to write these things down. What time do you go to bed at night?
Mm-hmm.
And what time you get up? So typically, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start with 168. So if you were getting 8 hours sleep 7 days a week, which would be a beautiful thing because our body does need rest, that would be 56. So minus 56. So that leaves you with how much?
112 hours.
Okay, so now we got 112 hours left. Now, you mentioned you have a son. So your morning routine based on you getting him together or getting you together, how many hours does it take? A couple of hours realistic? You know, okay, let's get up, let's get dressed, you eat, shower, a couple of hours?
We're going to say 2.5.
2.5? All right, so let's just make it 3. Let's just make it 3. Okay. So that leaves you with 108?
91.
I thought, okay, right. So now I want you to put next to that, I'm assuming you put 21, no, 5 times 3 is 15. So 7 times 3.
Am I doing 5 days or 7 days?
We're doing 7 days.
Okay, yeah, so 21.
So I want you to put 21, you know, morning prep and with the 56 sleep. So we'll know what these hours are being allotted to.
Okay.
So you got 96 left?
91.
91. All right. So what else do you do typically during the week? What's your routine? Are you on the phone? What are you doing?
Emails, meetings on different days, whether it's a meeting with an organization, a meeting with an individual, or in a, like a mix and mingle type of thing, like a meet the purchaser with the chamber or something like that. So some type of gathering. And then I have some clients, so I talk to them or I meet with them. Then my son, he has to get his activity and his lunchtime in because right now I'm summer camp. Because right now school is out, so I'm summer camp. So we have lunch, summer camp, fun time. Typically I try to block it off from like 12 to about 2 if possible.
So
that may flex.
Now, do you have what's your off day? Saturday, Sunday, both?
Off day. Don't really have an off day.
And I'm gonna recommend this to you. God worked 6 days. He worked 6. He took 1 off. He had a Sabbath. You got to have a Sabbath. You got to have a day that you refrain from normal work. Normal work for you would be clients, activities, that sort of thing. You got to have a Sabbath. You got to, respect that. That's what God said. You got to have. So
I go to church on Sunday. I relax, but I'll still do some stuff at night. You get what I mean? Like I'm always doing at least a couple of hours of something every day. So even if my whole day is with my son, I'm still going to spend like 2 hours like sending my emails, or if I'm co-writing a book, so I might work on the book chapter. I might be sending out headshots. I might be looking up some organizations, things like that.
I'm going to ask you not to do that 2 hours on Sunday.
Okay.
I just give God that. Now, that doesn't mean you don't do things, but normal work, and that sounds like normal work for you.
Yeah,
but you do that on the regular. So refrain from that. Get everything done in the 6 days. So if you were to say, if you took your meetings, your clients, that sort of thing, if you did that 6 days a week, that is 6 hours a day, 6 days a week. That's 36. So minus 36 from your 91.
Okay.
What does that leave you?
25.
Okay. And then your son, you said you summer camp. So is 6 hours, 6 days a week accurate to say what you do with your clients and all the other stuff, the emails, the headshots, see all that stuff's the writing, all that stuff's gonna come in there.
The travel time takes up a lot of time sometimes. Like a meeting might be an hour and a half, but then travel time in one direction could be 15 to 25 minutes. So right. I factor that in. So it's like part of my day is being in commute. It's not actually doing.
So let's take 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, minus 12. I'll give you 2 hours of commute. 2 hours a day of commuting. So that leaves you with what? 13? All right. Now, I'm assuming you got to do some housework, cook, blah, blah, blah. I know that was kind of including that prep time with the son. So honestly, if you're being smart with your time, and what I want you to see is what you're doing and organize it so you can see how you can maybe implement things better more efficiently, more effectively based on a schedule. So I want you to start making a schedule, and every night before you go to bed, 6 most important things I got to do tomorrow, so that you're getting things done.
You said 6 most important things?
Right. Now, 6 most important things could be, it could be a doctor's appointment. Doctor's appointment, send out email, go to the grocery store, you know, clean the toilet. I mean, things that you got to do. And some things are going to have more priority than others, and some aren't. But the good thing is you're going to see yourself being productive. And you can't confuse activity with productivity, because you could be busy and not be productive.
Right.
So, you know, get the time management organized so that you're just effective, and you've got a game plan every day. And you obviously do, because you know you got meetings and you're meeting with clients, but start putting it where you can see it. Start looking at it.
Okay.
So, okay, now back to your subject. All right, so you want to move things quicker. Tell me what you do with your clients, who your clients are, and are these paying clients, or what are they?
Okay, so always reference back to June 15th is when that decision has been made. It's what, August 23rd or so? So less than a month. Wow, it's been less than a month. That's pretty awesome. Cause I'm like, wow, I've done a lot in this little month.
Right.
The Business Alliance in North Carolina, I've done some trainings with them with small business owners. So people who are making less than $250,000 a year if they own a business. Also business owners, meaning like a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad, because you know you are your business, right? And so anybody has to manage that. And a lot of people, one of my newer clients is just one lady, and she owns, her business is small too. So a lot of small business owners. I'm branching off into the schools. So even with nonprofits, focusing on working with the educational component of it, the parent component of it, the family component, because I really believe in the whole family needs to work together at one time.
With all the things you do, are you getting paid for everything, or
The
some?
one time are being 10 plus years. I've been volunteering. So I still do voluntary work. That's why I have Our Efforts United, because that's where I give that, or I partner with other people and kind of do things. But I keep it in like a glass, like 25% giving, because it's necessary for me. I don't feel whole if I don't do that. But
Right,
the
right.
other 65% is family and business. Because in the past, I flipped it, and that wasn't a good formula. It was like 75% here, 25%.
What does your business card say your title is?
Transformation expert, intentional educator, and speaker.
Okay. And do you have a Facebook page?
Yeah, I have a Facebook page. I have a website. I have a business page. I also have an inspirational group called EMT, Empowering Moments Together. I have a YouTube channel. I have Instagram. I have Twitter, and I have LinkedIn.
Okay.
And I have Google.
So it sounds like to me you are structured perfectly. You know, you've got all your things in place. So what is it that you want to see happen in the next 90 days? What types of goals do you have?
I want to secure a contract with at least 3 charter schools, or either the smaller counties around me, to go in and get like a 6-month or 1-year contract. So it's not so much as a gig to gig to gig type of situation, but I can actually say, okay, this school is paying me $1,500 a month, and I'm working with 3 to 5 of their teachers. I go in and do a refresher course every 3 months for the whole staff, and that's an additional like 1,000 or 2,500 or 3,500 on top of the 1,500. I would like to secure something like that.
I want you to write that down. 3 charter contracts by, let's say, October 31st. And what else would you like to see goal that you can accomplish in the next 90 days?
I want to have at least, I said 10 to 12 workshops a month. And those 10 to 12, the way that I see it is like this. Initially, I'm putting them in place, but it's going to overturn to where people are booking me for that 10 to 12. So it doesn't matter whether it's I'm going to make it happen or somebody's booking me, but to consistently have at least 10, no more than 12 workshops a month with a minimum of 10 people at, say, around $50, give or take $25 for the range.
And the workshops are covering what? The topic?
How to write a book. So the craft of writing, removing blocks, so decluttering the mind to achieve peace and balance, overcoming those difficulties, getting to those places inside. They're like, oh man, I didn't realize that I was still sad from that one day I got kicked off the bus, that type of stuff.
Right.
Helping people move forward through that. And then the other ones are focusing in education, because I have the ability to give teachers CEUs, continuing education units, as long as I'm teaching them mathematics, writing, and literacy, which are my certification areas,
And
or
do you have,
elementary.
do you have facilities already set up where you can go do these workshops?
Yeah, God is really good, actually.
They're all the time.
You know what I'm saying? My business partner be on the grind. I'll get calls like, hey, I got a space. I'm like, oh, go business partner. So I actually do. I have spaces all over Raleigh, and somebody just called me and gave me some spaces, gave me a space in Durham and another space downtown Raleigh.
Awesome.
I have 2 locations downtown Raleigh, uptown Raleigh, 2 locations, another one in southeast. So really all over my county and in Durham.
So write down 12 workshops a month. So I think that those 2 things in itself are pretty big, and I think they would also provide you with, you know, that income. So now that you've got these goals, you got to break down how you're going to make it happen. So obviously, how many charter schools are in your county, and who are the contact persons, and do you have all that? You have all that information. If not, you got to get that information. Do you have it?
I have it in my email. I actually looked it up and I sent it to me. I can't tell you the number.
Right.
I did look up to find out like where they're located. There's some new ones that just got built, and I emailed it to myself. So I have to go through it and actually get the contact name.
So Akilah, you've emailed yourself these items. So what I would recommend you do is get contact name, phone number, ask that gatekeeper best
Yes.
time, if you can get email address. And what I would do is compile your list, and then in those 6 hours a day that you're working, you're going to make phone calls. You're going to set appointments, obviously, because your calendar management is amazing. You're going to set appointments. You're going to get in. You're going to talk to, and that's going to be your drive. That's going to drive you. And then, you know, with your workshops, obviously you've got things in place. You've got topics and you've got venues. At this point, I would partner with the venues that you're going to do these things with. Ask them, do you have a newsletter? What do you do that is going out to the public so that you can promote these workshops? You set them up, RSVP, you know, direct to your website. I'm assuming they can book and schedule online. That way you get prepaid money. And if they don't show, they don't show, because, you know, depending on people to pay at the door is not a good thing. So if people start prepaying, then, you know, that's great. And then you'll see where you are based on how close it is to the activity. And if you have to add any extra promotion to get that number up to 10 or 15, however many you want, then at least you can make sure your events are, and you know, 12, we're saying 12 by the end of, on your birthday. So what a nice birthday gift. But, you know, you got to build to that. So just keep going. If you're doing some now, constantly always pre-promote what you've got coming up. And always ask for referrals. Who do you know that you think could use this information? And ask and get the name, address, phone number, and then just, you know, do email blast and things like that. But I think your charter school is going to really secure your income, what you want, and then the workshops and things like that would just be extra. So thank you, Akilah Faye, and I wish you the best. And so my contact information, contact me, is insightvisionllc@gmail.com.
Awesome. And Vicki, what's your last name?
Summers, like your favorite season with an S.
Awesome.
Nice talking to you.
You too. We'll be in touch.
We will.